discuss about petty cash funds. But what exactly is a petty cash fund? Well, a petty cash fund is a small amount of flexible funds in the form of cash used for small purchases when it is not sensible to make any payment by check. These expenses can come from things such as replenishing the office snack jar, office supplies, or postage. Whatever it is for, almost all businesses have a fund. In this case, SpongeBob needs to buy some Krabby Patties using the petty cash fund for the meeting tomorrow. But how will he do that? To have a petty cash fund, one must go through 3 steps. Step 1 is to establish the petty cash fund. To do this, SpongeBob withdraws funds from the Krusty Krab bank account and gives it to the custodian, Mr. Krabs, to look after. Remember, you need to make a journal entry for this, debiting petty cash and crediting cash. Step 2, now the petty cash fund can be used. There are 2 ways to use the petty cash fund. SpongeBob can present a petty cash voucher and exchange it with the custodian for cash, and then use that cash to buy the Krabby Patties. The other method is that SpongeBob purchases the Krabby Patties with his own money and is reimbursed as long as the receipt is kept. But remember, payments made with the petty cash fund are not recorded into the journal entries, only when the fund is established and replenished. Oh no! Mr. Krabs needs to replenish the petty cash fund after SpongeBob spent it all on Krabby Patties. This is the 3rd step. To replenish the fund, the petty cash custodian applies for more cash from the cashier. This takes the form of a summarization of all the receipts that the custodian has accumulated. The cashier creates a new check in the amount of the receipts and swaps the check for the receipts. The petty cash custodian refills the petty cash box, which now should contain the original amount of cash that was designated for the fund. The cashier creates a journal entry to record the petty cash receipts. Here is an example of the calculations on how much the custodian should replenish the fund. As we can see, $14 was left in the fund and hence $86 is needed to replenish the fund. Through the receipts, we can see that the fund was spent on Krabby Patties, postage, and snacks, adding up to $86. These totals should be equal. Oh no! Here in example 2, it shows that these totals don't match. Our receipts show we are missing $3, making it not add up. At this point, there is no need to panic. Cash over and short is a temporary account that can both credit and debit a balance depending on the situation, allowing the totals to be equal. Here we can see what the journal entry would look like for example 2 as we debit expenses including cash over and short, which removes the $3 discrepancy we had earlier, and then credit cash. Yay, it is now balanced! Congratulations, you are one step closer in becoming an accountant. If not, you can always turn to burger flipping like SpongeBob.